Welcome to another edition of Wrestling Therapy. I, of course, am Osuji, and I am here with Victor. Victor, what is up?
I am doing great, doing great. How are you, good sir?
I'm great. I am great. Finished NXT and Raw. I guess before we get into Raw, what was your overall thoughts of Raw this week?
I feel like there was a lot going on this week, more than other weeks. We saw some people actually show up and defend belts, which it we had what, three title matches last night,
Yep.
which is a rarity. It's a rare when we see a Raw episode with three. We're lucky if we get one on a Raw episode. There you go. We have Dominic Mysterio, the workhorse of Monday Night Raw right now,
Fact.
defending it pretty much every week now.
Facts.
I
Facts.
think Adam Pearce has it out for him.
No, there's no think. Adam Pearce is jealous of Dom's hair. That's all it is. That's all it is. But yeah, we could start with there. We had the greatest Mysterio ever, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, valiantly, courageously defending his Intercontinental title against Rusev. And Dom, of course, picks up the win by himself. Your thoughts on this match?
I thought it was another great performance by Dominic Mysterio. People want to claim that Dominic Mysterio was trying to leave and lose by count out. Nah, he was just catching a breath. Don't let any of those Dom haters fool you. People are saying that he tried to use an illegal object this week,
Right.
like supposedly he used last week. No, he just has one of the hardest 619s in the business today. I'm tired of people hating on Dom.
Facts. People love to hate greatness, and it's like with another guest we have on here speaking, which she's finally came around. She's a Dom fan now. It took some time, but we got it there, and we're going to try to change the minds of people. But speaking of the Judgment Day, they had to defend their tag titles, their second title defense in over 100+ days, against AJ Lee, or AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. And the winners and new tag team champions is, I'm going to call them Team AJ Lee. But yeah, what do you think about this?
It kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't really see AJ and Dragon Lee becoming a tag team and actually becoming the ones to dethrone Judgment Day, especially when there's other tag teams that could have possibly dethroned them. But then again, right now, Raw's tag team, there's literally there's War Raiders, New Day, Judgment Day. That's it.
Alpha Academy. Yeah.
I mean, let's be for real. When's the last time Alpha Academy did anything of relevancy, except for Maxine Dupree?
You got American.
Maxine Dupree's now finally getting.
Oh, well, hold on. We got American Made.
American. When's the last time we've seen American Made on TV?
They're still a tag team. Okay, just because you're
a tag team
hatred,
sitting and catering,
because your blind hatred for Chad Gable just oozes from you, doesn't mean they're not a team. And then we got our favorite team, the Americanos.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
they're
not.
literally a tag team, sir. What are you talking about?
You mean the team that lost to Styles and Lee?
Everybody loses. They lost to the future champs. So there should be no more contenders.
Absolutely not. And I'm not sure how that works out in anyone's mind.
Speaking of no more contenders, I think they are going to be a transition to Braun and Breaker taking those titles from them.
I am all for Braun and Reed taking those titles and saving that division, because right now that division needs saving because it's not doing anything.
I think they'll probably take those titles maybe in December. I could see Styles and Lee keeping the belts for a month or two, at least. Couple title defenses and eventually drop it to them. Speaking of titles, we also had the man Becky Lynch, and she defended her Intercontinental Championship against Maxine Dupree in another really good match by Maxine Dupree. And Maxine wins by disqualification because Becky crashed out. Where do you see things going from here first with Becky and Maxine?
I I'm all for other people getting TV time and getting opportunities at main event caliber stars like Becky Lynch, but not at the expense of stars like Becky Lynch. I mean, first you have her lose by countout, then you have her lose by DQ. It makes Becky Lynch looks kind of weaker in a way, but at the same time, it just gives them another opportunity to give Maxine Dupree another match.
Becky, yeah, Maxine has won 2 out of 3, but Maxine hasn't pinned Becky. So,
She has
in,
not.
in theory, yeah, Becky lost, but Maxine never has not pinned Becky either. So, like I can understand if Becky was just taking pin after pin after pin after pin to Maxine, but she lost by DQ and a count out with a fast count out, mind you, by Jessica Carr. Very fast
I
count.
mean, it looks like a regular count to me.
Did you? Do we need to go back and watch the tape because it was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a horrible cadence.
Well, maybe Becky shouldn't have gotten in the ref's face, you know.
Or, in a perfect reality, the referee could have done her job and counted efficiently, and then tried to screw Becky again on Raw tonight.
I
Speaking,
mean,
speaking of Becky, Um, Becky and Paul Heyman had an interaction backstage, and she basically threatened Mr. Heyman. That
of course, that's what Florence is. Right.
you know,
I'm glad to see her sticking by his side.
about time you gave Becky a compliment. About time. See, we make progress here. Make progress. At the top of the hour, we had the Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed appear with Paul Heyman with the world title. Long, awkward state segment there, but long story short, Breaker hands over the world title, and the main event of Raw is we have a over-the-top battle royal to determine CM Punk's opponent at Sunday night's main event. Before that, we had Stephanie Valkyra, or Stephanie Velcro, versus Roxanne. What did you think of this match?
I thought it was a great match for Stephanie and a great opportunity for Roxanne to prove what she could do yet again on Monday Night Raw as a single star. Because up until what now, she's been mainly tagging with Raquel. And she hasn't really gotten that many opportunities to have singles one-on-one matches. And it's nice to see that she can hold her own against stars like Stephanie and other big main event players on Raw.
Yeah, this ended with Stephanie picking up the win. Judgment Day comes down, not comes down, but Raquel jumps Stephanie from behind, beat down. Out comes Nikki Bella. Out goes Nikki Bella's tit, apparently, at the same time. So that happened. So it looks like we're setting up for a few things, I think. I believe we're gonna get Nikki and Stephanie tagging against the Judgment Day, maybe at Saturday night's
Yep.
main event. And I could see Nikki turning on Stephanie and getting Stephanie versus Nikki at maybe Survivor Series or a random episode of Raw. But what do you think?
I can see that happening too. I could see that happening too, especially after with the backstage segment that they had afterwards, where Stephanie was thanking Nikki, and Nikki telling her, "Hey, I scratched your back. Now you have to scratch my back now."
Yeah, I feel like that's inevitable. I could also see them setting up for the women's war games. Um, I guess theoretically you could do Stephanie, Rhea, she's cleared, Io, Nikki, and then you could do Kabuki Warriors and Judgment
Judgment
Day.
Day,
Yeah,
Roxanne.
yeah, and Judgment Day.
Yep.
I could see that happen at War Games because I know Kabuki Warriors. I think they're still in Japan, I believe. And then the closing segment was Mr. Pierce removing Braun and Bronson Reed from the main event to determine number one contender to face CM Punk. We had a little segment between Jimmy and Jay. They basically said they got to do what we got to do to win. Jay is trying to beat Roman Reigns. But at the end, it was last two was Jay and Dirty Dom Mysterio. And Dirty Dom was just a little short on becoming potentially three belt Dom.
Triple. Triple. I was really pulling for Dom.
I was
Come
too.
on.
I was too. We can't get everything we want. Now, looks like I said last minute thing we're gonna have Jay versus CM Punk for the world title. What is your early prediction of this match?
I'm going to go with CM Punk winning this belt finally and having a decent run with it. Because he hasn't had a good, decent run in what, 15 years? 15 years? So he needs at least one more run with a belt that isn't ended in like 3 minutes.
Well, that was just karma for costing Drew McIntyre, but that's a different story. Actually, let's talk about Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes from SmackDown. I want to
Okay.
I want to get your thoughts on the disqualification finish with Cody and Drew, with Cody getting himself disqualified with hitting Drew McIntyre with the championship.
I'm I'm not too sure where this is going because Cody Rhodes is the one who came out very aggressively asking for this match to happen, only to get himself DQ'd. Like, if I wanted a match to happen, I would want it to end cleanly and pin or have the guy submit. I'm not gonna cause DQ or lose the match by count out. Like, I want to have a decisive winner. And that's the complete opposite of what we got on Friday night when Cody got himself DQ'd.
Now, initially, this match was supposed to be Drew versus Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu was taken out in the back and was unable to compete. He's going to be gone for the foreseeable future. Now, the if you watch wrestling long enough, you know they want you to think one thing but show you something else. The obvious choice for most people would say it's Drew McIntyre. I don't buy it.
I'm not buying it was Drew either. I mean, why would Drew do it when he already has a match against Jacob Fatu? That just lost that match that was supposed to happen.
They've fought each other. They've attacked each other from behind, and but you saw it. Drew
Exactly.
didn't have a weapon or anything in his hand. He just used his fist. I don't.
Like, Drew's not the kind of guy who will attack you from behind and want you wondering who attacked you. He's the type of man who's going to say something to your face and attack you when you know who did it.
Yeah, he's gonna want you to know it was him. Exactly. So now that leaves, I think, three suspects: MFT, which they're like third on my list. Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. What say you?
I can see Cody Rhodes doing it because Jacob Fatu the past couple of weeks have told Cody Rhodes, hey, I'm coming for that belt. And it kind of like builds some type of story there. I can see kind of where Randy Orton might have done it. He hasn't been used as much on TV, and he's kind of like fallen to the wayside. We're not seeing or hearing much from Randy nowadays. MFT, I don't see MFT being a part of it, only because we've moved away from that story. Now, if Jacob and MFT were still feuding and they were still after one another, I could totally see it happening. But right now, MFT, they're focused on feuding with Wyatt. So there's no rhyme or reason why they would attack Jacob Fatu when Jacob has nothing to do with the Wyatt.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I like they were kind of third. I think the Cody one's a little bit is really interesting. You know, he lost to Seth, and he came out there dressed in pretty much all black, whatever, kind of very, like you said, very aggressive in this match. Like he was, he was like he was aggressive, like it was one of his friends that got attacked. Like
Exactly.
if it was like, let's say Randy was attacked, or something like that. Then like, but him and Fatu aren't. You know, they're not like,
Close.
yeah.
They're not friends.
Right. It's just like why are you so mad? Like, why are you so angry? Um, are you ready to play a game? Actually, wait.
Absolutely.
Before we get to the game, um, we had talked about injuries. We have a few injuries going on. Seth Rollins, not sure about his shoulder, but it looks like he's going to be gone for the foreseeable future. Spoiler if you haven't watched NXT, Sol Ruka essentially vacated the North American title to Zarya, and Zarya will be defending that North American title against Blake Monroe. Let's see what other injuries. Hopefully, those two get better soon. No idea about the speed title. Assuming she's gone for a while, she will relinquish that as well. What other injuries we have going on? Jacob Fatu.
Looks like Jacob Fatu is going to be off TV for a while.
Yep, Jacob Fatu. I think that's about. Jade is still. I would assume Jade is still recovering from the wound on her face.
Yeah, from Jax.
Yeah, okay, and that's about it. Bianca is still out with the hand, assumedly.
Who knows when she'll be? Because she's been gone for what, 6, 7 months now?
Since WrestleMania, pretty much. At least wrestling,
Yeah,
I mean, she shattered some bones in the hand, and I shattered my finger once, and it takes some time to heal.
these injuries are certainly messing up plans for Survivor Series and whatnot.
Yeah, and beyond.
Yeah, yep,
Because I mean, you would imagine if the surgery was if it was shoulder was really that bad, Seth is probably going to be not going to make WrestleMania,
yeah, yeah. He'll be lucky if he even gets a match at WrestleMania.
and that's in April. I mean, it's possible, but I who knows? But let's play a game. I am going to give you five
All right, let's
people,
do it.
okay? And you give me your honest opinion of these five people, or it could be a team.
Okay.
Let's go with Will Ospreay.
Underrated.
Underrated, really.
I feel like he's not given enough credit for how good of a wrestler he is. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of him in AEW, and I really enjoy his stuff, but he's underrated.
Okay. Nikita Lyons. Shout out to the Nikita Lyons shirt.
Injury prone.
How dare you?
I mean, it's true.
How dare
Every
you?
time she gets a chance to show what she's able to do, she gets an injury, and she has to go back on the show.
First of all, number one, she's not even hurt now, so that's already inaccurate. She's been back for a few months now, and she's been wrestling on Evolve. Thank you very much. What we're not going to do is have the Nikita Alliance slander here, sir.
Okay,
I,
if she's on Evolved, I don't watch Evolved. Sorry.
yeah. Better watch yourself, sir. Um, okay. Remain professional. Remain professional. Okay. Next one. Samoa Joe.
One of the greatest, biggest men in wrestling today.
Yeah, that's accurate. It's very accurate. And the Wyatts.
Oof, why it's uniquely different from everyone else in WWE right now.
True. Okay, I have another. Let's talk about John Cena.
All right, let's
Uh
talk about him.
John Cena, as you know, his retirement tour is coming up. He's got 4 dates left, I believe.
Don't remind me.
What has John Cena meant to you when it comes to wrestling?
He he's one of the people that kept me interested and involved in wanting to see wrestling. You know, through the dark times, some people would call them dark times, where everyone was shitting on wrestling, shitting on WWE, and talking about how awful it was. John Cena was there on a consistent basis, making people want to tune in to see what he was doing.
What are some of your favorite John Cena moments?
Oh, so many.
Give me
His
three.
first WWE title win from WrestleMania 21. That's always a top. Let's see, his Royal Rumble return of 2008. That was a highlight. And when he made history with The Rock and faced him in the main event of 28, Rock versus Cena.
I went to the one. I went to the WrestleMania 29 one. What are your thoughts on the current John Cena re- retirement tour this year so far?
I mean, it's been, I feel like this retirement tour has been about what the fans have wanted to see. Fans of years have been wanting and pleading with the WWE to turn him heel, and we saw what that looked like. The fans wanted to see one more match, his last chance matches between him, Brock Lesnar, him, and AJ Styles, and also first time matches, him and Logan Paul. Let's see, him and Cody Rhodes, matches that we haven't seen in this new era of wrestling. And it's nice to see it all kind of like not at the same time, all at once, but all being given back to the fans.
If you could book the next three, let's say he has four appearances, he does three matches. Let's say John Cena does three more matches. Who would you like to see him face? From, let's
Ooh,
say his next match, his next appearance is what, a Raw? Let's say he has a match on Raw.
I don't see him having a match on Raw. I can see him coming to Raw to build up for his match at Survivor Series. Um, Rumors have it, hopefully this is true, but his Survivor Series opponent is the greatest Mysterio of all time, Dominic Mysterio, for the IC belt. I'm not sure how I feel about that match. I'm kind of conflicted about it.
I mean,
But
you got to pick a side when if that comes.
I'll be in the crowd. I'll be at Survivor Series this year. I'm really excited
Oh,
about.
you're going to Survivor Series? Nice.
Um, I am going to Survivor Series. It's in my hometown. I'm like, there's no way I'm passing it up.
You got floor seats?
Yep, yep. I got floor seats, and it's not costing me an arm and a leg like some floor seats that I've seen.
I've seen like 40
I'm happy
grand
about that.
plus.
60 grand, like 11 grand. I'm like, yeah, no. I like wrestling, but not that much.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey man, I'm glad you get to go. That's cool. You get to see war games in person. That's dope. I've never been to Survivor
I'm
Series.
excited about seeing that.
I've never been to Survivor Series. I've been to a WrestleMania and a Rumble. I wanted to go to a SummerSlam and a Survivor Series.
I think I've been to a couple Manias. I've been to a SummerSlam and a few other NXT and Raw shows, SmackDown shows as well. But I really want to go see a Royal Rumble as well.
Yeah,
That's on my bucket
the one
list.
I went to was the one where Randy RKO'd Nia Jax.
Was that 2021?
No, I think it was further back than that. I think it was oh god, when was that? Was that that was before COVID?
So it must have been either 2018 or 17.
Yeah, I think it was one. Yeah, it was one of those. It was before COVID. But yeah, we have Halloween Havoc coming up on Saturday. We look like we have JC Jane versus Tatum Paxley. Who do you think wins this match?
I mean, JC Dane, hands down. It's going to be Jane.
Okay. We got Zarya versus Blake Monroe. Zarya is the interim North American champion at this time, but she will be defending that title for Sol Ruka.
I got Zarya in this match just because I can't see her losing it right when the belt was given to her. Before we move on to the next match, I want to get your opinion. What are your feelings on how she got that belt? Like, it, I'm not okay with belts just being handed to friends or tag team partners or whatnot in a way that was given to her. But
Yeah, I didn't really like it either. I rather would just her vacate the title and then have those two fight for it without saying Zarya is the champion. Because even if Zarya does beat Blake, it's like, okay, well, you were just handed the title. You didn't earn it. You were just given the title. I don't really like it. The more I think about it, I really don't like it. What do you think?
it's a throwback to when it's a throwback to in the 90s when Andre the Giant beat Hulk Hogan and then sold the belt to Ted DiBiase. Like, here, it's yours now. Like, that's not exactly how it works. You win belts in wrestling by beating your opponent or beating someone. You're not given belts.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Triple H. I think Triple H was like given one of the world title once at least, due to somebody being injured or something like that. But that kind of made a little bit of more sense. This was just like, oh well, since we're friends, you were a team. Here, you can have the title. Like, okay, so if Jason Jane doesn't want to defend her title, can't you just be like, here, family, hey, you defend it for me. I don't want it. I don't want to defend it. It was kind of yeah. The more I think about it, the more I dislike it. The more I dislike it.
Exactly.
Oh, we also have the Hardys defending their NXT titles against Dark State in a Hardys rules match, or what is it? What was the gimmick name for it? It's basically a no holds barred match. Looks like it's going to be at the Hardy compound.
I am all for any Hardy matches happening at the Hardy compound. They're always just fun to watch because you never know what's going to come out, who's going to come out. I'm glad to see that the Hardys are back in NXT and bringing back some nostalgia. Um, and it's not just the Hardys; it is the broken Hardys. Big difference between, regular Hardys and the broken ones.
Fair, fair. That's accurate. That's accurate. You going with the Hardys?
I'm going with the Hardys, hands down.
Yeah, probably agree right now. We'll see close to that time. We also have Ethan Page defending his North American title against Dr. Wagner Jr. Who do you think wins?
I got Ethan Page winning hands down. He's one of the best parts about NXT right now, and I don't see him losing to an outsider like El Hijo de Evolve King, El Hijo de Dr. Wagner.
Agreed. Looks like we have Leon Slater and Javon Evans. I believe I saw, and they are going against. Now their names are slipping my mind. Who are they facing? Ah,
Mr. Iguana
yes.
and is it La Parca?
Yep, Laparca. I'm excited for that match.
I got Leon and Javon winning hands down, doing something crazy to win.
It's gonna be a good match.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be really good to see.
I believe there's another match on there. I believe.
Trick versus Rick.
Yes, Trick versus Ricky Saints. I got Ricky.
Good first, good first title defense for Ricky, and hopefully this is the end of Trick Williams' time in NXT because he's done everything in NXT now that he needs to do. He needs to be on either Raw or SmackDown.
I agree with that. It's time. Yeah, he can't. It's time to get some of these other guys to be able to hold it down. Maybe Oba's going to come up too soon. What do you think of Dragunov returning and winning the U.S. title?
I thought it was really nice to have Dragunov beat the one to beat Sami Zayn. Um, there were a lot of people wondering, questioning who the mystery opponent could have been. Some were saying it could have been Oba. Others were saying it was going to be Dragunov, with his return being rumored to happen in September. But I'm glad it was Dragunov, and I'm glad to see him back with some momentum.
Yeah, a lot of people I've seen online recently are split. A lot of people believe Carmelo should be the one to beat Sami Zayn for the United States title, and I've seen a lot of people are trying to push the narrative again of WWE holding back certain stars, and they're only pushing who they want. And what is your thoughts on Carmelo Hayes? Do you think he should have been the one to dethrone Dragunov?
I mean, he had his opportunity to dethrone Sami Zayn. He had like one match against Sami Zayn, and you could place the blame on Miz. You could place the blame on higher ups not wanting him to be the United States champion. But you can't say that he hasn't been given opportunities. Right now, I'm just content with seeing Mello on TV being used any sort of way because we've had months where we haven't seen Mello doing anything on TV. And now it's nice to see that he's actually doing stuff on TV on a consistent basis.
I could agree with that. I could definitely agree with that. And I believe also too, I was informed earlier that it is going to be Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event. What are your thoughts on that?
Uh, I mean, I can see in some way um, that Drew somehow wins and becomes the new WWE champion in a perfect world. But we live in a reality world where Cody Rhodes right now is the company guy. And I don't see Cody Rhodes losing that that belt without it being at a grander stage. I could see him losing it at, a Royal Rumble, maybe a SummerSlam, maybe Mania, not on a random episode of Saturday Night.
Yeah. I mean, unless ChatGPT says so, then I mean, that might be a different conversation there. But as we wrap up, I have one more question. But we also want to thank you for joining today and for your opinions and insights and your apology to the Key to Lions. We appreciate that. We forgive over here. We don't judge. What are your thoughts on long title reigns? Do you like a long title reign? Or are you more fan of give me somewhere in the middle? Or are you kind of like, I don't mind a hot potato situation?
I've always been a fan of long title reigns as long as they are being defended and constantly on TV. Like, I'm not asking for much. Like, 30 days. Every 30 days, they're defended. That's all I really care about. But nowadays, we're seeing where some titles aren't even being defended for like 60, 100 days. And people are all up in arms and are like, oh, and if Vince McMahon was still in charge, that wouldn't fly. He would have stripped them of the belt by then. And it's like you can't win or lose in that argument.
I think they also forget that Brock Lesnar was around when Vince was booking, and Brock Lesnar would go months without defending or even showing up on TV. So, and he was a champion. He was the champion.
Exactly.
And
The top brands champion.
Roman Reigns was around, and it was the same thing. He was on TV more consistently than Brock, but he wasn't defending that thing every month. But anyway, thank you, Victor, for another delightful episode, sir. And
Of course.
yes, and anybody ever would like to be our guest, please just hit me up on the TikTok or YouTube in the comments or wherever you watch. Let me know, and I'll be glad to have you on. Have a new guest coming up this week, so looking forward to that. Anything else you would like to say before we go, good sir?
No, I'm good.
All right, well, everybody stay safe, stay blessed. We'll see you on the next one for AEW tomorrow with John Flowers.